Okay. Hello. For Sakura, if nothing else. Hello. Ayoy. Just kidding, I don't know what the frick her name is, how to say it. This looks like some kind of rapper. Do you recognize it, Hina? Well, yeah, I mean, I gave it to her. That's a candy wrapper. Sakura got super upset when she found out Genocide Jack had attacked me, right? So after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. I thought it might help her calm down a little. So you gave that candy to Sakura. I found a big box of it in the warehouse. I really like them. Actually, as soon as we get into the warehouse, I took the entire box back to my room. I made sure nobody else could get their hands on them. You really like them that much? But I wanted Sakura to get a chance to try one for herself. That's why I gave it to her. But now they've lost all their flavor. Hina, that's so sad. It's blood. There are shards. Oh, I thought that was blood. I'm so stupid. There are shards of glass scattered all around the chair she was sitting on. The glass is all red, and these are the top and bottom sections of a bottle, right? So this must have originally been a bottle. Yes. There's something else on the ground near the glass. It's a figure. It fits in the palm of my hand. It's a Monokuma figure. What the frick? Why is it a Monokuma figure? There's a blood stain in front of the magazine shelf. It must have come from Sakura, right? But that doesn't make sense. Why is it so far away from where she died? Wait, it's a chemical. There's some kind of plastic container rolling around near the entrance of the room. It looks like a protein drink, and it's empty. Sakura must have drank it. Everyone knows how much she loved her protein. And she mentioned more than once how protein was good for all sorts of something. I wouldn't take that to heart if I were you. I know. My dogs. But still, this protein can, it's got a label on it that says Chem A2. That reminds me, Sakura mentioned how the Chem lab had all kinds of health stuff. She must have gotten this from the Chem lab. But that's strange. What is it? You see what's scattered around the can? Shards of light blue glass. They must be parts of the window I broke to get inside. But they aren't just scattered around the can. They're also underneath it. Did they replace the window? Why does that matter? I can't say for sure yet, but you're probably going to want to take note of that. I feel like it'll become an important clue later on. An important clue. I'm not sure I see how. Somebody crawled through the window? Or got out of the window? I don't know. Let's do, hold on guys. Sakura drew her last breath sitting slumped forward in this chair. There's obvious evidence of the blow to the head. Normally I wouldn't have any problem believing that that's what killed her, but according to the Monokuma file, she also had vomited blood. And I can see a trace of blood on her lips for sure. So what would have caused her to vomit blood? The Monokuma file specifically said she hadn't suffered any other injuries. Status of Sakura's body has been added. Caused her to start, not a chance. If she got hit on the head, it would start vomiting. Sorry guys, I read to myself sometimes. Byakuya. However, your eyes have landed on a most interesting location. Interesting? Yes, most interesting, don't you agree? No, I don't think I'd call it interesting. But it does make me wonder. The reason Sakura vomited blood absolutely has to be connected to why she died. That's her vomit over there? That same shelf full of magazines. There's all different magazines. Let's talk to Hina. We already know who did it. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It had to be one of them. They couldn't stand the sight of her. You agree with me, don't you, Makoto? Well, I don't want to say anything for sure, but without finding out more. Then let me help you find out more. You see, Sakura asked all three of them to meet with her, you know? Where? Right here in the rec room. What? Who did it? What the frick? Wait, hold on, guys. I need a minute. What the crap? Is she... What the frick? After I went to the nurse's office this morning, Sakura and I both left together, right? Well, eventually she went off on her own, but when I saw her again after that, she told me she left a note for each of them. She asked them to meet her in the rec room by noon. By noon, the Monokuma file said she died right around then. I'm telling you the truth, I heard it right from Sakura herself, and I tried to stop her, but she wouldn't listen. She said not to worry, that she just wanted to talk to them. And this is what happened. I am betting you this is all false information. Is this false information? It can be disproved so easily. If this is disproved, Hina, you did it. Hina, you did it. It just makes sense, right? Like, it literally makes sense. I mean, unless I'm stupid. I don't know. No. I was going to say, unless it was Genocide Jack, but I see no way it could have been. Anyway. If I had stopped her by force even, this would have never happened. Hina, it's impossible not to have regrets, I know. But the fact that she had asked those three to meet, and she asked them to come to the rec room at noon, the same time and place she ended up dying, it might be good to confirm what I just heard with three of them directly. What did you want? You're bothering me. There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Make it quick. Is it true that Sakura asked you to meet her in the rec room? Oh, so she did. So you found out. Interesting. Then it's true? I did receive a note to that effect, yes. But what fool would do what it said and risk being killed by that monster? So you didn't go see her? Of course not. I ripped the note to shreds and threw it away. I haven't seen Sakura at all today. Bakugo. Sorry, guys. Byakuya says he didn't go to see her. Is that the truth? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as a fact. If you're all finished, please remove yourself from my sight. Oh, okay, thanks. Excuse me.
However,
but for Sakura to have been killed. Yeah, she's not the type who would go down without a fight.
true.
And she certainly didn't, I would say. She was the ultimate martial artist, strong in body, mind, and spirit. So how was the killer able to get the upper hand on her? I wonder, did someone get the upper hand on her? So that's what I'm thinking. She was gonna die anyway, so she decided to die, and Hina helped her. Am I right? Am I right, guys? I literally don't know, so it's gonna be super embarrassing if I'm not. They must have taken her by surprise, right? Certainly. They would have needed to if they expected to stand any chance against her. Let's see if I got everything. The chair was shoved up against the doorknob, so we couldn't get the door open. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the chair. In other words, there's no reason to think that the chair had anything special done to it. This door is the only way in and out of the rec room. The door doesn't have a lock, and there's no evidence that the mountings have been tampered with. The only notable change to the door is the smashed window, which happened, of course, when I broke in to the inside. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the door. I don't see anything suspicious about the door itself. Having examined both the door and the chair, there's no doubt the reason the door didn't open was simply because the chair was shoved up against it. This kept the doorknob from turning and the door from opening, and there was no evidence of the door or chair being tampered with or anything like that. So the killer must have created the locked door from the inside, not from the outside. Rec room door has been added. So I'm thinking, hear me out, guys. I'm thinking, I keep saying your name wrong. I'm thinking Hina and Sakura did it together to kill herself. Okay, let's check this. What is this? Huh? The locker's open, and there on the inside, it's a handprint.
Why?
What's a handprint doing here? It looks like someone touched the inside of the locker and left a handprint in all the dust. And it looks quite fresh, too. I'd say someone was hiding in the locker, and they left behind a little extra something. So then, maybe the killer hid in here until the locked room was open, don't you think? Then who would it have been? Genocide Jack? No. What? And during all the confusion, they popped out and joined the rest of the group. Unfortunately, that's not a possibility. Huh? Why not? Think back. Before we opened the door, we looked inside the room, right? Oh yeah, and the locker was already open at that point.
Indeed.
So there's no way someone could have hidden in there until after we opened the door. Yeah, so then, what does this handprint mean? Oh, it's a Monokuma glass. There are 4 red bottles lined up on the shelf. And inside each bottle, there's some kind of Monokuma figure. What I'm wondering is how they get those figures inside the bottle.
So...
It's no different from your standard ship in a bottle. Huh? You know where the bottle's opening is smaller than the boat placed inside? You've never seen that? Oh yeah, maybe I have.
in other words,
So this is the Monokuma version of that. A Monokuma bottle, if you will. I feel like I'm finally starting to make sense of things, little by little. The Monokuma bottle is sitting on the shelf. The Monokuma figure we found on the ground. The red shards of glass, which probably started out as a bottle, which would mean Sakura must have been hit in the head with a Monokuma bottle, right? The shards of glass and the Monokuma figure are evidence of that. So I think it's safe to say that the Monokuma bottle was the weapon.
Listen.
Well, Makoto, have you finished with your general investigation? Yeah, I think so, for the most part. Then you should probably go talk with people now. I'm on guard duty, so I can't leave. Which is why I've decided you'll go in my place. She's decided? She's gotten a lot more pushy since we had our issue. But she's right, I do have to go talk to the others. Sakura wanted to meet with the other two people. I need to hear what they have to say. Let's leave the area! Ugh. Oh, sorry guys. Those other two probably went back to their rooms. Hello? Rest in pieces. Especially you. Toko. Hello. I press the doorbell. And after a few seconds. Hello. Who's there? Oh, the most negative aura I've ever felt. The aura of total decay.
What do you want?
So you're back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
Don't even say her name. It makes me sick to my stomach. I was in such a good mood, too.
She didn't look like she was in a good mood.
I was hoping to talk to you about something. Is now a bad time?
Obviously annoyed, Toko slithered out into the hall.
What do you want?
You said you wanted to talk to me about something? I wanted to talk about the fact that Sakura had asked to meet with you. What? I don't know what you're talking about. Byakuya already told me that she had asked to meet with him. What? She wanted to meet with Master too? Oh, I just said two, didn't I? I guess now it's totally obvious, huh? Yeah, pretty much. So you can tell me about it. I admit I did get the note, but I didn't go see her. I was so scared. I couldn't bring myself to go. Toko claims she didn't go see her, but can I really believe her? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as a fact. Is that good enough? Then I'll be going back to my room. With that, Toko quickly retreated into her room. And then... Rest in peace. Rest in crisp. Rest in cold. Rest in beating. Hey! I pressed the doorbell. And after a few seconds... What's up, Makoto? Did you need something? Yeah, actually, I just wanted to check something. It's about how Sakura wanted to meet with you. How'd you know about that? Did you maybe gaze into my soul? Have your special abilities awakened in you? But I'm not the only one she wanted to meet with. Ogre told me herself that she asked Byakuya and Toko to come too. What? When did Sakura tell you that? Oh, well, when she asked me to meet with her, of course. But didn't she write you a note? Yeah, a note. She gave it to me in person. She happened to mention the others, like in passing. I gotta be honest, this is super suspicious. So then you went and met with Sakura. No way, I totally didn't. Why would I ever do that? Yeah, definitely suspicious. Well, I still think he's too innocent to kill somebody.
Actually,
The last time I saw Ogre was when Hina got hurt and I took her to the nurse's office. I haven't seen her since then. Well, I'm here. Could you show me the note she gave you? Oh, do I still have it? Let's see. He was feeling around in his pockets. Sorry, looks like I don't have it anymore. With a big goofy smile on his face, he pulled his hands out of his pockets, but when he did, I saw something flutter to the ground. Something had fallen out of Hiro's pocket. Huh? Quick as the wind, Hiro snatched it back up again and shoved it back into his pocket.
come on.
It's literally the candy. Oh, sorry. Just a bit of trash I forgot to throw out. Trash? Anyway, I can't deny that Ogre asked me to meet with me, but I never went, so well, if you'll excuse me. Before waiting for a reply, Hiro quickly slipped back into his room. Hiro said that was just trash, but there's no way that's all there was to it. Pocket trash has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Okay, so I've heard from Toko and Hiro. What next? I'll definitely have to look at the actual crime scene again, but on top of that, maybe I should find more about the protein can we found on the floor of the rec room. Okay, sounds good to me. I'm sure it must have come from the chem lab. So where should I start? The Kim Lab! Yeah, let's go. Hold on, guys. On our way there, I'm gonna eat something because I'm hungry. So give me 2 seconds to put this in my mouth. And then we'll be on our way. This is better than I thought it was gonna be. Okay. Not like getting this chocolate. Making my way downtown. Kim Lab's all the way upstairs, right? You think so? How do I get up there? Next floor. Okay, I don't know where the stairs are. They're over here, right? Where? That's a music room. But where? But where? How is it only 12 o'clock, guys? What the crap? What the crap? I don't know where the Kim Lab is. It's right here, right? Last time I checked, it was right here. Oh, there. I'm so stupid. Oh, my word. Okay. Okay, we're in the Kim Lab. Oh, look, there's a broken glass. Makoto, did you have your eye on the Kim Lab, too? Just make sure you don't get in my way. Yeah, I got it. I think what you meant to say was, yes, sir. I understand. Bro. This isn't my first time seeing the shelf, but I just can't get over how big it is. I should probably take a closer look at it. It looks like 3 shelves have been connected together to make one giant shelf, but more important right now, what's the powder that's been spilled in front of the shelf? I have to be careful not to step in it. It's deadly! There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. I better not leave a footprint. These are footprints, and they're only in front of the left shelf. How did these footprints relate to the scene as a whole? We may need to sketch out the floor plan. By we, do you mean me? How kind of you to offer. With an insufferable smirk, he handed me a piece of paper and a pen. Well, let's go. Chop, chop. Okay. So I got to work, and before long, I'd drawn up a sketch of the room. So how's this? Not bad. For you, I mean. For me? So when you look at it, like this, interesting. It would appear that whoever left these footprints only had business on the leftmost of the shelf. When they came in, they went straight to that shelf, did whatever they had to do, and then left. That's what the footprints tell me.
I see.
These footprints must be... Makoto, are they yours? No! Okay then, let me see your shoes and I'll confirm their size for myself. I couldn't think of a reason not to, so I quietly did what Byakuya said. I see. Your feet do appear to be too big. Unfortunately, I must admit these are not your footprints. Unfortunately, but with how clear these footprints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to. Then these footprints are a really valuable clue. They look like Sakura's foot size. I'm just saying. There's a broken bottle in front of the shelf. Is this where all the powder came from? It looks like it had a label on it. Ken C4. Would you like to hear something interesting? I was on the 4th floor this morning, checking things out, and at that point, the room wasn't like this. Then the powder must have been spilled. That's right. It could have only been around the time of the incident. If that really is what happened, it must be related to the case somehow. Source of the powder has been added to the truth bullet section. I should probably take a good hard look at that powder. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor in front of the shelf. There's also the remains of a broken bottle. It looks like the Kim4 also looks like some footprints were left in the powder. Based on the positioning of the prints, whoever it was only went to the left side of the shelf. According to Byakuya, the powder would have had to have been spilled right at the time of the incident. That's all I can tell for now. Footprints in the powder have been added to the truth bullet section. Alright, let's see. I've looked. I have to look again. There's a bunch of yellow powder. Let's read it. See? on this shelf is one look, and I can tell it's nothing but dangerous chemicals. These look like poisons and other powerful chemicals. All the letters on this shelf are labeled with the letters C and a number. So I can consider this part of the shelving unit section C. So on this shelf it looks like a bunch of chemicals that I have no idea what they are. What is that? Put simply, they're used in experiments to bring about a chemical reaction. How have you lived in such ignorance for so long? It must be truly bliss. Isn't that kind of harsh? It truly must be bliss. Oh my lord. What? What? You think studying science and mathematics has no practical application in the real world? The world of a lifelong loser, which I suppose suits you well. I didn't even say that. Anyway, that doesn't matter right now. I need to focus on the shelf. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter B and a number, so I consider this part of the shelving unit section B. I don't see anything out of the ordinary, in which case I don't think I have too much to worry about with this shelf. Let's see, what's on this shelf? There are all kinds of dietary supplements and different medicines. The protein drink we found in the rec room probably came from this shelf. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter A and a number. So I can consider this part of the shelving unit section A. But wait. There's one bottle here that's labeled C9. Could someone have put that here on accident? I should try to find out more about this shelving unit. It looks like it's split into 3 sections. BS bread... Reagents. Section A has dietary supplements, Section B has reagents, and Section C has lethal chemicals. Sakura must have gotten the protein powder from Section A. But what concerns me is that in Section A, there was a bottle with a label from Section C. What was a bottle of poison from Section C doing in Section A? There's definitely something going on here. Chem lab shelf. I've already taken a good look at the chem lab. Maybe I should take a look at the rec room. Let's leave. Let's go to the rec room. Yes, sir. Rec room. Goodbye, Byakuya. I'm leaving you. Okay. Rec room's on the 3rd floor, correct? I need to make sure. Sorry, guys. I've got to eat lunch, and I'm trying to hurry. But I don't want to hurry too much, you know? Oh, that's not where the physics lab, not the psychics lab. Let's see. Is it here? Is it around here? Hello. I'm coming in.
Hey.
So, Makoto, how's your investigation going? I told Kyoko what Toko and Hiro had told me. I see. So, along with Byakuya, they're both claiming they didn't go to see her. But it's all too convenient. Someone must be lying. Someone's lying?
Anyway.
Well, I've made some progress on my own. Sakura's body, the shelf of magazines, and the Monokuma bottles. These 3 things have revealed new clues. You do well to look over them one more time. Yes, I will do that. Kyoko said was hiding a clue of some kind. Clue. How this magazine is upside down. Did someone put it back that way on accident? If something catches your eye, it's important for you to explore that in detail, don't you think? Yeah, you're right. I picked up the inverted magazine and flipped it through. What the frick? This is one of the pages near the center of the magazine. A word has been written in bloody letters. And it said Toko. Could this be a dying message? Then it would appear you found it. Kyoko, is this... It is indeed a dying message. Someone used their finger to write it. A dying message. But just to be clear, I'm not the one who put it back upside down. It was already like that when I found it a little while ago. I made sure to put it back exactly as I found it for the benefit of others who might come looking. Hey, that says Toko, right? Hina. You didn't look at it. Hina. You look super guilty right now. That is super guilty. I noticed you said that. Yeah, it looks like. Then she's the killer, right? Well, it hasn't been confirmed yet. It's settled. She's the killer for sure. That's conclusive evidence, right? We can use it to corner the killer. I can see why you'd think that, but it just seems too easy. If anything, that makes me much more suspicious. Clearly, she's wrong one. I think Kyoko said she found a new clue involving the Monokuma bottles. Something new.
Hey.
So, did you figure it out? There's a hidden correlation between all the bottles. Pay careful attention and you're sure to find it. A correlation. Hey Kyoko, can't you just tell me what it is? I don't mind guiding you toward clues, but giving you my conclusion isn't a good idea. Each person needs to come to their own conclusion so that everyone can have confidence in the outcome. And it's not just because you don't trust me, right? No answer? I do trust you to a degree. Otherwise, I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with. Only to a degree?
Hey.
Actually, there's one other thing about the Monokuma bottles that's bothering me. I'd like to do an experiment to confirm it. You don't mind helping me, right? An experiment?
Anyway.
Can you gather up all the pieces of the broken Monokuma bottle? Try to get the smaller pieces, too. Are you sure it's okay to mess with a crime scene like that? I've already done a thorough investigation, so it's fine. And that obnoxious Byakua's not here, so...
So then.
Anyway, I need to get something from the chem lab. While I'm gone, try to gather up all the glass. Alright guys, I hate to cut this episode short on everybody, but I really need to take like a little break to eat. So, I'll see you next episode. Bye.